One, two, three, one, two, three. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again to a Saturdays. Nowadays, it's just be happy to be born. I mean, just to wake up. I mean, it's just we surviving, we here, we happy. This is happy hour every Friday, every Saturday. There's a couple caveats before I let you know. We like on tier 3.5, so we cool, but just keep your mask nearby in case police come. We appreciate that. So we don't got no excuses to shut off our civil rights and this freedom of speech down. Well, we also ask you please purchase is necessary. We ask you to please support this business that is letting us do these shows for free. We ask you to buy pizza. And if you're not hungry and then like you're on a low carb diet or something, you can get you can buy a pizza for a homeless person. So we got it's a homeless person program right there. You buy pizza for them. It's a gift certificate. They can cash it in whenever they like. So we ask you to please participate in that. Also, that's pretty much it as far as we got a bathroom back there, but please ask permission to use the bathroom first. And we got a lot of comedians right now. It looks like a little bit, but as in history shown, we're going to have like 15, 20 comedians coming up tonight. So we're in for a long haul. But ladies and gentlemen, this next person is the host of the evening, is the originator of this open mic. She's moved on to bigger and better things, doing the show over at the Beach House. She does all the women's comedy, organizing, make sure women are highly represented in all the shows. She's the Beyonce of comedy, y'all, I dare say. I dare say. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for Erika Schwartzkopf.
Oh man, that was the best introduction anyone's ever given me.
Yeah, Beyonce!
Woo! Damn, that's the best compliment from a millennial ever.
Oh, he's Gen X.
I know. I was trying to compliment him. Shut up, here. Anyway, yes, I started this open mic. It was, I don't know, 4,000 years ago at this point. And the two guys that I started it with said it would never work and they would, I shouldn't do it. But it's lasted through the pandemic. So let's give it up for Mushroom Monroe and her staff helping us out. And we're helping her out, so be sure to buy the pizza. Oh, there's a lot of young people in the room tonight. Young people. Woo!
Telling me, I'm still young. Just her.
Okay, you're not young, just younger than me. Sorry. I got these new shoes. I think they make me look like a German backpacker. Who am I kidding? Whatever I wore would make me look like a German backpacker. The backpack's over there. It might or might not have sausage in it. Okay, it does have a sausage in it. And that's not a sexual joke.
Not yet.
Not yet. No, you're right. Too soon. I got the vaccine. Everybody get the vaccine? Woo! Yeah, it was. My vaccine was administered through Facebook Messenger, and it's not a scam at all. Not at all. I've had some strange effects since I've had the vaccine, you know, such as my math SATs from 1984 went up 300 points. I call that a win. I'm going to get vaccinated again next week. Will I get another 300 points? I'm not sure. My husband and I, we don't have kids on purpose. I really like kids. I just don't want one of my own. I feel the same way about penises. I like them. Husband and I broke up, and I was dating last year, so we got a series of young roommates, housemates, and I thought that was pretty cool. Most people, when they have kids, can't pick and choose. The last one used to stub out cigarettes on the white wall. This one is way better. Sorry, you parents are stuck with what you get. Sorry. I'm working on that one. Okay, who here besides me has super spreader thighs? You. Super spreader thighs. I was in the bus, and of course you're not supposed to touch anybody. It's COVID times. But my thighs have another idea. And after I sit down, they'll spread out for another 5 minutes until they touch somebody or something. Somebody or something. That's right. They'll keep going. I like how they don't give up, though. I'm a tall girl. I buy some really cute mini dresses that come out of the dryer tops. Yeah. The short girls have all dresses, no tops. I have no dresses. That's why the leggings. Yeah. Tall girl. I don't roll up my pants because they're too long. I roll them up because they're too short. Yeah. I'm tall and I'm nearsighted too. It's a really bad joke. It's not clear that I have feet. Do I? I do, right? I have feet. You know, you can't see the forest for the trees. I can't see the trees or the forest. Just nothing. Just abstract art. Abstract art. So, my name is Erika and I'm also a visual artist. And Facebook was trying to get me to use a username for my art page. And before I realized I couldn't change it back, I put my username at Erika Schwarzkopf Parts. And now I sell parts. It's fine though, my parts are the best. They're the most dense. They are the most hard for your money overall. 100%. But Schwarzkopf means black head, literally German translation. So I started out as it and I ended up a part. I'm not sure if that's progress. Some good things about the pandemic, though. I lost my resting bitch face completely.
Yeah.
Resting bitch eyes not nearly as bad, apparently. It's fine. Not the same thing. Where am I with time? Timer. Okay. All right. I'm really excited about the new Amazon time travel delivery service. Have you heard about this? So you can order something today and it'll show up last Thursday. I'm going to sign up. It'll just be there on the couch next to you suddenly. I'm ready for this technology. It's crazy. What is it about doing a load of laundry early in the morning that makes you feel so accomplished?
Yeah.
I did this load at 7 a.m. By 9 a.m. everything was folded and put away. So I went to bed.
Done. Day's done.
Wanted to end the day on a high note. It was a high note. It's fine.
That's fair. That's fair.
I'm in my early 50s.
Yeah.
I'm in my early 50s. I'm young enough to fuck 21-year-olds.
Still.
And also get the senior discount at the checkout by accident. And if you tell me I'm going to spend less money, I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not going to argue. Whatever age you want me to be, that'll be just fine. Okay, I'm going to wrap this up here. All right, one more thing. I dated after not dating for a long time, and apparently these days on the apps you can order a man like a pizza. Ladies in the crowd, have you ever had a dick that was too big? Too big.
What about the men? Had one too. We all stare.
Men think the bigger the better. Men think the bigger the better. Women, no, there's a wall. There's a wall. And if you're too big, say 15 inches, you have to half-ass everything. And I felt bad for this guy. I mean, what are you going to do? Put it out on Craigslist for a woman with a large and cavernous vagina? And am I going to end my set on large and cavernous vagina? Yes, I am. Who here wants to hear the rest of the comments? Woo! Give it up for King's Pizza. And we're going to get your first comic tonight. And this first comic, he hosts all of my beach house shows, which is now 7:30 and 9:30. It's $10 plus one food item over there at the beach house at Aloha Tower. I hope you guys come down there. But for right now, give it up for the talented and fabulous Ian Shippen!
Alright, cool guys. I have 2 minutes until my Uber gets here because I have to run to a show. So that's how long you get me up here, guys. So one joke that I'm working on. Alright guys, true story. I was like this girl, I was cuddling with her, right? And she snuggled up even closer to me. And she whispers in my ear and she's like, "Oh, you make me feel safe." Like, how? Why? Look at, I don't know, what am I, basin tag or something like that? Like if we're gonna get raped and murdered while we're walking down the road and some guy's just like coming after us, she's just gonna cling on to me. He's like, "I'm on base," and he's gonna leave us alone. No, we're gonna die. We're gonna die. And second of all, if I ever fall down on the ground, I'm pretending to be unconscious. That's how safe do you feel now? Make you feel safe. That's great. So stupid. I was watching Scare Tactics the other day, right, with Tracy Morgan, and I think that show's kind of fucked up because, okay, he comes out, he's like, "Yo, I'm Tracy Morgan." Sorry, I'm terrible at impressions, especially those of black people. "Yo, I'm Tracy Morgan. You know, welcome to Scare Tactics. Today we have this guy who thinks it's his new job. But it turns out that his boss is a gorilla." And then, like, he's in a room and getting scared by the gorilla. But what about his job? Like, what about the new job that he thought he was going to have that day? What, he's got supporting 4 children and a divorce and... Oh, great. I was on TV for a second getting scared by a gorilla. That's not... Alright, yeah, sure. I'll end on these, like, 4 little sweet jokes, guys. I think my computer caught a virus because I watched too much porn on it. It has Windows HPV. Do you think that detectives get boners when they find hard evidence? I don't think that porn sites should end in .com. I think they should end in .org. And the last of these terrible pun jokes is, I think that the movie title for Fast and Furious 10 should be called Fast to 10 Your Seatbelts. A tribute to Paul Walker. Love you, Paul. All right, let's bring our host back up here. My Uber is like 30 seconds away. All right, bye-bye.
Nice to see you guys.
All right, give it up for Ian Shippen! He'll do the rest of his set in the Uber and hopefully taping for us. In the meantime, enough of me, plenty of you, less of me. Anyway. I'm so glad that you all made it out tonight, and this next guy has taken this gig over from me. I'm eternally grateful, and he is hilarious. He's a DJ, and he also does sports games. Give it up for Pacoloco!
Yeah, y'all, yeah, what's up? Yeah, I used to be known for doing sports gigs and TV gigs and doing all this extra shit. Now, I'm just, because of the pandemic, I'm known for being the super duper Uber Eats guy. Ain't that messed up? Like, they done flipped the whole world upside down. Like, this whole pandemic, it turned me into something that I really didn't want to be in times of crisis. And that's an essential person. Like, no, I want to go chill too. Like, it's bad. Like, I can't get everybody getting the stimulus. Everybody, y'all getting the stimulus? You got stimulus? Yeah. I wish I could get some stimulus. I'm trying to get the stimulus. Like, for real. Like, I'm doing everything I can. Like, I did some research. The only way an Uber driver can get the stimulus and get the unemployment is if we get the COVID-19. Ain't this some old bullshit? Like, for real? Yo, y'all want me to catch a deadly ass virus for some money? $1,400? Like, hold on. I done did worse for less. You know what I mean? So now I'm out here trying to catch the corona. I'm licking on shit. I don't get nothing yet. Nothing. I'm trying, yo. $1,400 a week? Like, yo. They owe me back stimulus. I'm gonna need this. Like, trying to catch it. It's crazy being an Uber driver. Like, they be putting stuff into your head. The latest thing they've been putting into our head is that human trafficking is what's really going on. Y'all know about it's bad with human trafficking, like, especially in a place like this where a lot of people coming and going, and like, you just look at people now, like, this is how they describe it. Like, if somebody gets in your car and they're talking too much, they might be a victim of human trafficking. I'm like, all right, if they get in the car and they don't say nothing, they could be part of a human trafficking. If they come by themselves, it could be like, if they come in a couple, like, it could be, like, you don't know what, so you just paranoid, just looking at everything, like, that could be human trafficking. I think that could be human trafficking. Like, everywhere you look, and then they tell you, as soon as you even get the gut feeling of human trafficking, call the police, call the FBI, call the CIA, call who you gotta call, or make a note, something, do something. Just don't. So I'm on a proud, because all my life I wanted to be a superhero. All my life. I know y'all thinking Aquaman. No, I wanted to be Batman. Like, that was my shit growing up. I wanted to be Batman. And Uber actually lets you be Batman because I only drive at night. And it pays good, so I feel like Bruce Wayne in the daytime and shit. Like, I got money now, like I can do shit. Like, and Batman, I just save lives and just saving people from drinking and driving, just saving lives. Like, I'm just putting in my head, like, I'm doing work out here, like, saving people. But now this human trafficking got me just looking at everything. Like, I'm looking at y'all like this could be human trafficking. Like, the pimps could be chicks too. Like, for real. Like, look at she all cute. Like, both of them cute. I don't know which one trafficking who. Like, but I'm gonna report y'all. I don't give a fuck. For real. So I'm in the car, right? This is a situation where this girl gets in the car. First, it's like the car was like Mark. It was a guy's name. And this young Hawaiian girl gets in the car, gets in the back seat, and just starts crying in the back seat. Just, so I'm like, bing, human trafficking. Like, oh, all right, let me see where this is gonna go. I'm gonna catch the bastard that's doing this, because we gotta pick somebody up and then take her somewhere else. So I'm gonna catch this guy doing this. So we drive up to, this guy gets in the car. I'm like, this is the motherfucker right here. I'm taking them both in. Like, we gonna do this. Listening to their conversation. There's this thing in Hawaii called kuleana. Y'all know what that means? Kuleana. You know what this means? Means mind your fucking business. That's what the fuck. So I had a pure lesson in the kuleana while I'm listening to their conversation. And it turns out that her mom died. And that was her boyfriend making her feel better. Like, oh, damn. Now I gotta call the FBI, the CIA, call it off and shit. Like, yo, stop. We don't, code blue. Like, you know what I mean? They be like, Raphael, is this you? That's my real name. This is you? They like, this is the third time this week you done called the police, man. Like, stop it. Like, I may look Puerto Rican, but I'm half Karen on the inside. I'm such a Karen. I'm a professional Karen. I'm a resident advisor. My job is just to snitch on people. That's all I do is just snitch on people. You put up your music. I ain't even gonna knock on your door and turn the music down. I'm gonna call the cops. You know, like, they know me. I got great relations. That's why we ain't get shut down now. The cops come, I'll be like, hey, what's up, Kiko? What's up? I know about their first names and shit. They let me go. So, people ask us, I'm in Hawaii, like, you've been here, I've been here 15 years. I'm originally from Philadelphia. I came here on a wish and a prayer and came out here, and I can really say that I've been a good success in myself, because I'm from the motherfucking hood, like gangsta ghetto stuff. So, but I'm educated and I'm smart, and I got out of there because I learned about the law of attraction. Like, Hawaii is like a vortex where like it just calling like beautiful people from all around the world here. And it's like these different places that we can just manifest whatever you want. And it can happen physically. Like, I'm sitting at home just thinking like, you know what? I need a refrigerator. I don't got a refrigerator. So I'm thinking, I need a refrigerator. I'll start walking down the house. Right on the corner, there's a refrigerator there. Just brand new, like hardly used. Like, you know what? I'm taking this home. I just took it home. Just, got a brand new refrigerator. I sat there, said, I need a shelf system. I don't got no shelf system. You know what I mean? So I look outside, a brand new, nice shelf, just the way I thought about it. Like, it's amazing. Like, it's crazy. Like, in real life, somebody done got kicked out. They done put their shit all out on the sidewalk. That happens in Waikiki. You can just take their furniture. So I'm like, all right. I'm sitting there thinking, I miss my grandma. Like, I really miss my grandma. Like, I haven't seen her in a long time. I walk outside on that same corner. There's a good old white woman just sitting on there like, who's gonna throw out a perfectly good old white woman just left her sitting in the trash like that? So I took her home, she all right. What do we think about the beach life? Living in Hawaii, you see a lot of, people ask me, do I feel like it's home here? I've been here 15 years, do I feel like it's home? No, like I'm from the hood, like I explained, like this is amazing. Every day you see things that you don't see, like you see double rainbows, you see lightning without thunder, like it's amazing the stuff you see here. Like one thing that I'm totally amazed is the girls in bikinis. That's amazing to me because in Philly, if you see a girl in a bikini, she's on acid or bath salts or something. Like it's cold in Philly, it's snow. Like she walking around the street in a bikini, like oh somebody come get her. Like oh damn. Another thing that's really crazy about the beach life is like, guys, we could go topless and nobody, look, I pull out my titties down. Nobody's cheering, nobody applauding. All right, but ladies, y'all know, if y'all was to pull a nipple else to show itself in public, everybody cheering it on, like, yeah! We might give you jewelry, throw you, I mean, you gonna get it, like, it's crazy, the beach life. But you know what women can do? They can go bottomless. Bottomless, they could go with thong bikinis, walk around all day, and guys gotta pretend like we don't see it. Like we just but we act like we don't see it while you looking, but as soon as you not looking, every guy in the hood, whoa. And guys working, and we work in teams too. Like every race, creed, and color. Like we don't look at that butt, and then looked at each other and be like, yeah, dog. Like yo, we just come together when we see ass. Like, but the guys, you can't do that. If you was to show your ass, your penis in public, you going to jail. My name is Pacoloco. Thanks for listening, y'all.
Woo! Give it up for Pacoloco! Well, that's a lot to unpack right there. But, I got this one thing here. I recently got a mood ring, you guys. I was dating. I got a mood ring because I wanted to know what the color for desperate was.
What color did you get?
I'm not sure because it fell out. This stone, yeah. That's how much dating worked for me. That's how much it worked. Okay, we are going to keep this train moving along. And this next guy has a mouthful of pizza, so I'm going to continue on until he's finished chewing. I'm going to continue on until he finishes chewing. Continue on. Awesome, awesome, awesome. However, let's give it up for the super talented Eric! Nice name, man. All Erics and Ericas are blonde and Hollywood.
Alright. How much time?
7 minutes, I'll let you sit.
Alright. Sit down. I never tried to school. Alright. So, this is my 4th time up here. I'm new to this. I've been really working on this story. It's a pretty funny story, but I realized if I'm going to do comedy, I should probably write a couple jokes. So this is This is my first attempt at writing some jokes. Alright? We'll start with someone everyone agrees on. Pretty easy to talk about. Evolution. Right? I think it's crazy. I feel like Darwinism and survival of the fittest, like, one fish was born with lungs and feet instead of gills and fins, and everyone thought he was an asshole until he opened up a fucking sushi restaurant. I want to know how long it was between the first pair of hands and the first masturbation. I bet it was one generation. I bet it was one. I bet the first guy who had a hand was going at that shit like he's trying to start a rusty old chainsaw. Fucking winging it as hard as he know what he's doing. Or like me with my left hand. Anyway. Let's see. I read a lot. I like a lot of science. I like a lot of history. It's not cool. I don't like to talk about it, but like I read all that stuff and it's not. There's nothing to it if I don't talk about it, right? So there's one that I don't like. I don't like archaeology. All right? I feel like they're just making shit up. Like their whole job, they're like, they used this pot for water, probably. Right? They have no idea. They weren't there. They have no one to talk to. No. I don't believe in cave paintings. You really think that wise old men in the village are hiking up for arts and crafts? No. You know who draws on walls these days? Shitty kids. Yeah. There's not. You think it's scholars that are out there tagging up the street signs in Khalidi? No. No, I don't. I don't think it's history. I think that it's refrigerator door art. Yeah. Now, one thing. I like that Jurassic Park was filmed here. All right, it's pretty cool. You go over to Cool Little Ranch now. Actually, they got a bunch of stuff tarped up. They're really trying hard not to let people find out the plot. But I have a theory. I feel like the dinosaurs are gonna get out.
Yes.
I bet everything that I have that the dinosaurs will get out. Everybody really likes T-Rexes, not me. No, I don't think that that's really how they look. I don't. I feel like someone should have lost their job that day. Right? They're like digging up, they find a bunch of bones. Do you really think that the king of predators can't even scratch his own ass? Right?
Ella needs work.
It does.
Back to the phone.
Alright. Oh man, I don't like this
I should not be here.
Alright, I'm gonna do it anyway. Alright. I feel like Plan B stigma is weird. Alright? See, already I know. No, see,
Go, make it funny.
no, it's because I have. Okay, I've literally talked to girls about it. Alright? So, it's not even a joke. Alright? But I feel like things not nearly as important as having a whole kid. If I had a pill for it, I would take it all the time. Right? Like if I ran out of gas and all I needed was a pill, gone. Right? Easy. I think it's interesting they call it Plan B, because I don't know about you, but it's not my Plan B. I don't know, is Plan A having the kid? That's not my opinion, I don't know. I did learn one thing actually though. A big problem with it is that if you take it too often, it can actually mess you up. It can maybe prevent you from getting pregnant later, which sounds like Plan C. Yeah. I feel like Ocean's 11, like George Clooney. Like we're good, we got them all. I don't know. I guess Plan A for some people would be using a condom. That shit was cute in high school. Yeah, I tried it, didn't like it. I don't want latex or lambskin getting between me and anything I want, honestly. Alright? I feel like the lambskin thing's kind of weird. No, I mean like what was that meeting like? When they were like, we need something that feels really close to a woman, but not quite. Right? And there's one guy, he's like, like, no, what were you gonna say? Lambskin? Like, I think we all know how he knew that. By the way, Plan A is coming on her face. It's I'm sorry to tell you, I don't make moves. Yeah. Is that time? Please?
No. Keep going.
Keep going?
Tell the story.
20 seconds.
Alright, so I used to work at the UFC gym in Kailua. Alright, I worked the night shift. It was really weird, people doing all kinds of weird stuff. But I noticed one thing. There's this one exercise that I think is just, it's kind of homoerotic. I don't,
Oh my god.
it's the straight-legged deadlift, right? So the straight-legged deadlift, you keep your knees straight and you bend only at the hips. And then you come back up. And I learned that you actually get a better workout if you look over your right shoulder and blow a kiss as you come up. Alright? You really feel it. The most hetero exercise, I feel it's the hip extensions. Right? These ones. It seems pointless, like I have no idea why people are doing it, but the hottest, all 6 of the hottest girls are always in line at that machine. I don't know, I'm not naming any names, but some people might need some strength there. Right smack in the middle between gay and straight, like a Marine in the Philippines, is a squat. All right, and I say that not only because it's just a really beneficial exercise, but it's like half a sex move if you're doing it right. Yeah. Thank you.
That's it. That's it. That's it.
Okay.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
No, when I say that's it, that's it.
Oh, thanks.
Awesome though. Let's give it up for Eric. Great, man. Yeah. Awesome, man, Eric. We're gonna get you in my Tuesday show for sure. But not right now. I'm old, but I'm not that old. Recently, some old person asked me what the phone number for Uber was. And the funny part was I couldn't explain to them why I couldn't tell them the number. So I just said, can you just get a cab, Granny? Yeah. Get a cab by. Alright. Working on that one. Our next comic coming up tonight, he is fabulous and talented. Give it up for the Box! Yeah.
Hey, one time for the one time. When I say what's up with the what's up, I need y'all to say what's up, okay? One time for the one time. What's up with the what's up? What's up? It's okay. You guys were a little off. It's okay. It's the first time, you know. It's all right. Had to pop that cherry right, you know. It's okay. It's all good. Hey, what's going on, Jeff?
Once again, I'm here for the wrong reasons.
It's all right. It is all okay. We just got in here,
I
just
can't.
doing it up. I don't know what to talk about. I'm from Philly too. This guy's from Philly. I'm from Philly. Where are you ladies from? From here? I'm sorry. I didn't know you were local. My bad. See?
I'm
Like, I know. Yeah, it was like I was so judgmental right there. I was. Listen, earlier, hold on. Earlier, I didn't write it down in the notepad, but I thought it was hilarious because the kid, he's giving out pizzas to everyone, and her name's Billy, and he went outside looking for a guy. Like, he's like, "Where's Billy? Because I gotta get on his pizza." And he comes back in. He's like, "I'm looking for Billy." And she's like, "No, that's me." He's like, "Oh shit, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. That's the guy's name. Did you know that?" I'm sorry. I just seen that happen earlier, and I just thought it was funny. Thought I should share. It was okay.
Good observation.
Yeah, you know, I'm observant. I pay attention. I'm from the hood. You gotta keep your head on the swivel. You gotta make sure you know what's going on. You know, and coming here has been a lot. It's different for me. You know, coming from the big city, it's a lot of differences. You know, something was pretty cool when I first got here. One of my friends were like, "Hey, let's go to Pacoloco Beach." And I'm like, "Hey, you know, I've never been, but I'll go." And they didn't tell me that this was a naked beach. Yeah, so my friend just took me to a naked beach, and I got there, and I was like, okay, let's get naked. And it was cool at first, right? And then like everybody kept trying to play ring toss with me, and I was like, I'm not into this. Like, this is not what I'm here for. Like, it was weird. You know, there's a lot of differences here, you know? Like, people are a lot more open, the animals are different. Like, back at home, there's only roaches and rats, you know what I mean? Like, you guys got geckos, they're so cool, you know what I mean? It's a real lizard, like, they prevent spiders, you know what I mean? A gecko can just run up on a spider, eat them up, then, you know, wrap up the spider web, and use it as ice cream. It's like dessert for them, you know what I mean? Like, I think that's cool. But one thing when I first got here, I like tried to get a collection of geckos, right? I was going to start collecting them, and I seen one on my apartment, and it was running, and I like grabbed them. And as soon as I grabbed them, no one told me that geckos have like this self-defense mechanism where they drop their tail. So as soon as I grabbed them, I'm like, oh my god! It felt so weird because his tail dropped, my arm dropped, and I didn't know what to do. I was like, oh. It was so cool. He can detach his body part. Like, I was just thinking, like, what if humans did that? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I would detach my penis. Like, I would sell it, like, rent it on Amazon, like, for a couple nights, you know what I mean? It's like a great 8-inch penis, gives great cum shots, and it's the ring toss champion. You gotta do that. Go. Airbnb.
Ticket balls.
I like that. I'll put that in there. See, this is why we're talking about. Thank you, Joe. See how that happens? It is great Airbnb. Yeah, it's a lot different here. Like, you guys, I don't know. It's like, back at home, we actually, like, walk our dogs on leashes. You know, it's normal. They got 4 legs. I don't understand. Like, here, you guys push them in strollers. I don't get it at all. It has 4 legs. Let them run. Like, I see this older lady. I don't know. She was, like, special. Her dogs were, like, really fucking pristine or whatever because she had, like, a drop-top coupe version of the stroller. The doggies were just hanging out the outside with their paws. I'm like, this is great. You should get a leash, though. I think it's much cheaper than buying a stroller. It's weird. Like, I was driving the other day, and I see this lady walking towards me, and for some reason, she had this really hairy baby strapped to her chest. But as the closer I got to her, I was like, oh my God, she has a canine strapped to her sternum. Like, it's not a baby, man. Let them run. They have 4 legs, people. Jesus Christ. You guys got a lot of free roaming cats. And there's a lot of cats here that are on the roam, and they are the strongest, most robust cats I've ever seen. Like, back in Philly, the cats are scraggly, like little crackhead cats. They're like jumping out of the dumpster. The cats here are like, look like baby bobcats. Like, you ever walk down the street and you see like, and it's dark and you see like 8 pairs of glowing eyes? They look like little demons. I was like, oh shit, I can't walk down here. Fucking cats are huge here. I thought it was a lynx one day. I don't know, but I like it here. It's magical. Like, this island is actually magical. I know it's magical, okay? Listen, I got a question for you guys. Anybody got a kid? Does anybody have kids in here? He's got a kid. There you go. He's fucking. Yup. You know it. Listen. I got kids, okay? I got kids. I got 2 kids in Philly. And it was weird because when I got here, I had 2 more kids. I was like, what the fuck? This fucking island is like turning me into Mr. Super Sperm out of this motherfucker. Like, I don't understand it. But it's magical, you know what I mean? And like, it's weird because, okay, I'm not even gonna lie, like, I met the mother of my child on Tinder, okay? Like, I did. I met her, she was super cool. And we just had a super soft baby. I mean, she is super silky soft. So I was like, it's gotta be the app. That's what it is. It's definitely that. I don't know, I'm gonna fix that joke. I feel it. It's Tinder and a super soft baby. I'm gonna make it work. The super sperm joke, it's good. I'll get that. But it's weird, like when you have another kid, you gotta like call your parents and let everybody know you got a kid. I called my mom, like, hey, you having a grandchild? And she's like, baby, you need to snip it. You need to get. I'm like, no, mom, I'm not neutering myself. You know? Then I call my dad, I tell him he having a kid. He's like, oh, I think you're pushing when you should be pulling, son. All right, man, thank you guys a lot. My name's Lux.
Give it up for Long Box! Woo! All right. We're going to keep moving along. We got more comics signing up. We got a lot of talent in this room now. I'm very excited. I got an iPhone finally. And I said, Siri, do you have Aloha? And she said, would you like me to search the web or do you want a blowjob? That's a true story. I stopped what I did and wrote that down. Okay! We're moving along to the next comic. This girl is new to comedy, so let's give her extra special love. Give it up for Miss Bonnie! Woo! All right.
My notes here.
Yeah, no problem.
And I need a chair so you can
Woo!
Thank you. My name is Liz. It is my first time ever doing stand-up at King's Pizza. It is also my first time ever doing stand-up. So I have my notes here. Please forgive me. I've kind of always just been a secret admirer, but no one really would think I have what it takes because I'm pretty shy and introverted. So a friend asked me if I had plans later today, and I said, I'm doing stand-up. And they said, like, paddleboarding? And I was like, yeah, let's roll with that. Now that I'm excited but nervous to be here. Apparently you can have your mask off so people can hear you speak, but I actually kind of like wearing a mask. I know it's controversial. A lot of people are like, I don't wear a mask, but I love it. It hides my big nose, so you can only see my eyes. And it's great. This is like my best feature. But it kind of feels like I'm catfishing people. Somebody walked up to me in public the other day and asked me on a date. That never happens. Also, I think it's incredibly brave to ask someone on a date during the pandemic. Like, asking somebody that's wearing a mask out is like buying a mystery grab bag from the Dollar Tree. Like, you have no idea what's going to be inside. Like, it could be a scrunchie, could be a Hot Wheels car, could be a toilet brush, who knows. I saw someone the other day wearing one of those plastic see-through masks, you know? I was like, have a little class, man. Like, leave a little something to the imagination. I originally moved here to Oahu from Michigan 9 years ago, right out of college, for my first job. But I found out the best thing about moving here is that when I go back to visit on the mainland, I don't have to have a personality anymore. People on the mainland are so fascinated by my new geographic location, they don't hear anything after I say the word Hawaii. And I don't blame them. To be fair, it's kind of like asking your boyfriend to listen to a story about your workday while you're undressing. Like, nobody gives a shit what's coming out of your mouth. Like, I tell people I'm living in Hawaii, and they're like, oh my god, that's so amazing, what are you doing there? And I'm like, I'm working with autistic children. And they're like, oh, that must be so much fun. You probably sit underneath beautiful coconut trees. And I'm like, well, most of my work is outdoors, but, you know. And they're like, oh yeah, but I bet you take a little break to, like, go surf and sip a Mai Tai at sunset. I don't know, the next time someone from the mainland asks where I'm visiting from, I'm going to tell them I live in Ohio. I'm a white girl, so obviously I'm gluten-free. I actually do have celiac, so this is kind of like Superman going on a first date at a kryptonite factory. They were like, purchase mandatory, and I was like, fuck, is there anything I can even order here? Do you guys serve gluten-free pizza here? Yeah, I didn't think so. Everything looks way too fucking delicious here. Yeah. People assume that because I'm gluten-free, I automatically hate everything that's delicious. Meat, dairy, booze. Like, vegans hear that I'm gluten-free and they're like, ooh, she's one of us. I'm like, no, people. Like, there's a difference between eliminating something delicious by force and by choice. Being gluten-free just for shits and giggles is like a dietary appropriation. Like, have you ever tasted gluten-free pizza? Like, nobody in their right mind would choose to eat that shit. I actually used to live right here in Kapalulu. I live in Palolo now. I lived here with my boyfriend, but we broke up and I moved out right before quarantine hit. I felt like doing some social and emotional distancing. But now I was kind of like thinking about getting out there again. Somebody asked on Twitter the other day, what would a dating app for comedians be called? I said a one mic stand. I'd use that app, right? Yeah. But I did download this other app for a hot minute. It was called Hinge, but it turns out it should be called Unhinged. There were actually a lot of COVID refugees on there, so that was fun. It was like, give me your poor, huddled masses yearning to breathe COVID-free. And every single one of those COVID refugees thought that moving here was the bravest, most spontaneous thing they'd ever done. They were like, I packed a suitcase in the middle of the night to escape the pandemic and work remotely on an island in the Pacific. I was like, people, that's not an act of valor, that's an act of vacation. One guy told me that women use dating apps for free meals. But ladies, like, let's be real, there's lots of men who use dating apps for free therapy. So I went on a date the other day, we just met. I hadn't even ordered a drink yet, and he was already pouring all of this trauma over the ice of my cold heart. He was shaken, but I was not stirred. But I realized that it was probably my fault for getting dumped on because I used to work as a journalist, so I tend to ask a lot of questions. But let's be honest, we're all pretty fucked up, so, you know. But if I'm going to provide free therapy for refugees, at least I can do it while I'm sipping a Mai Tai under a beautiful coconut tree. That's it.
Give it up for Liz! Oh my God, if that's your first set, I want to hire you already, but not yet. However, we want to see more, and I just love new people that are new to comedy. I'm so excited, because that was me almost 10 years ago now.
Really?
Yeah.
That,
Yes, and I am 10 years old as well. Real hard. Whatever. Yeah. This day from now on is Rohan whatevs. That's how we will address him. Already got it. Do I have everything? You know what? I was going to write a whole bunch of new comedy tonight, and instead I masturbated. So instead I have a happy smile, and there's a dog in here. Alright, that only works so many times. Millennials, I love you, but I really don't trust people that weren't raised on Love Boat episodes. Do you mean to tell me that you were raised by your own parents? I'm sorry.
Thank you.
I think we got the better deal. Go back and look up Love Boat. You're welcome. Alright. We're moving along, and this next comic has been in several of my female comics of Hawaii shows, and I really love her. Give it up for Julia Ogilvie!
Hey guys. So I'm happy to be here with all of you, to be honest, because I'm really lonely. And I've been on the dating apps, but they're so fake. You know, I want to see true stuff on men's profiles, like their medications and fears, and how much I know they cried during the first 10 minutes of Pixar's Up. I'm trying this lower energy thing tonight, and it's not really who I am, but I'm trying like something. Usually I'm like, oh my god, guys, I'm so lonely. Okay, back to what I was doing. So seriously.
I'm vibing this.
You're vibing which one? The like deadpan one? The like
Yes. Just whatever it is, feel the room.
Wow, okay, thanks man.
You're welcome.
So I'm trying not to have sex on the first date, like I tend to do, but I'm so horny I have to cock block myself in advance. So I don't shave my legs. Here's what I do. I don't shave my legs. I wear high-waisted cotton underwear. And if he's really hot, to make sure I don't take off my clothes, a Sharpie, will you marry me on my belly? Alright, great. Cool. Alright. And a guy gets turned off by that, and it's sad, because if the guy I'm dating has a boner, I don't want it to go to waste. I look at it like a ripe avocado. I've got a short window of time to use it before it gets squishy. And who doesn't love guacamole? All over your face. It's good for your skin. But I gotta be real, I don't like dating men that work out. I once dated this guy that had a six-pack, and I couldn't handle that contrast, because I don't have a six-pack, I have an ice pack, and it's fucking melted. But I am excited. Okay, I'm trying not to be really excited right now. I'm trying to be more down. But I am stoked because I did just get a boyfriend. I'm super stoked. So I'm officially off the market. I mean, I was already in the clearance bin. But what's weird about having a boyfriend is now, like, I'm super careful about what I say on stage because I want him to think I'm a saint. I want him to think I have never given a guy a blowjob in a bubble bath in my life. I mean, he's not here right now, so yeah, I did, and I almost drowned. Like, choking on lavender bubbles while diving for a penis. Not the way I want to be remembered, so don't tell him. But I did tell my boyfriend that I'd be talking about him on stage, and he was so cool about it. He was like, listen, I don't care. Say whatever you want. I'm a secure person. Just be sure you tell them I have a big dick. And I was like, well, I can't just come out and say you have a big dick. What if I just tell them my butt kind of hurts? Oh wow, so you bought the whole diving for a penis, blowjob thing, but not anal sex? No? Okay, that's fine. So no segue here. I'm an actor. Was in New York before times. And what was I gonna say about that? Fuck. Oh yeah. So, there's a lot of pressure to look as young and thin as possible. Right? I one time I walked into this one audition and I sucked in my tummy as much as I could, and I was like, "Hi, I'm here to audition for the role of the anorexic daughter." And the director was like, "No, you're here to play the mom." And I was like, "Oh, thank God." My spandex just exploded. I went to college for acting, and it's totally working out. My last gig I got paid in buffalo wings and a drink ticket. So my Oscar's right around the corner. And I'm unemployed right now, so I watch a lot of YouTube straight up. But I don't like that the YouTube algorithm guesses what videos I want to watch, and I don't like that it's always correct. Because I imagine the voice of that algorithm, is like a mean, know-it-all Russian lady. Like, here is Taylor Swift interview, you basic bitch. Oh, you watched the Tour de France? No, not for you. Instead, here is video of chimpanzee riding a Segway, and don't pretend you can't stop watching this man eating a cactus. Why is she always right? Oh, man. Yeah, and okay, I'm just gonna read this one like from my page. Okay, so like everybody, I've had struggles with depression, and they say if you're depressed in Hawaii, you can just look up at the sky. And that's what I liked about being living in New York City, because there, no one tries to cheer you up. Besides, if I did look up, a pigeon would just shit on my forehead. It's kind of a downer, guys, right? Like, I don't know, like, does it that? I don't know, okay. But I have been told I get way too happy, because I'm doing well now, like, happy about the small stuff. This one time my friend Janet, she handed me a popsicle, and I was like, wow, thanks, a popsicle. And she was like, Julia, you get way too excited about stuff. A guy could flash you, and you'd be like, wow, thanks, a penis. Is it strawberry? How'd you get it on a stick? I'm so glad you laughed at it. I bombed the other night to the point where I just started dancing. I was like, that didn't go well, but I lived a good life.
Clearly they never tasted a strawberry dick before.
What?
Clearly they never tasted a strawberry dick before.
Thank you. Oh my gosh. I'll just end
They
on
don't
this.
even know what they're missing out on.
I'll just end on this. Wait, something about my vagina. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I'm on a diet. I've ruined the punchline. I'm on a diet, and I'm really proud of it because this time it's for me. I used to go on diets to look more attractive for men, so I realized my vagina works no matter what weight I'm at, and men love working vaginas. I mean, you know, they might have, like, mine still works great when I'm curvier. You might have to lift a few things, but who doesn't love a treasure hunt, right? The guy can pretend to be a pirate. Be like, "Arr, I'm going to dive for the prize jewel." And the parrot on his shoulder is like, "Brr, you might not make it out alive." Aye, but it'll be an orgasm for the ages. Yeah, that's right. I'll give you an orgasm because, ladies and gentlemen, my pussy works. Wait, I've got 50 seconds? Okay, this one time I was in New York City and I was on the subway and this guy approaches me, starts hitting on me aggressively, and I was like too tired to ask him, I wasn't interested. So, but I do know sign language, so I randomly signed, "Please leave me alone." And he backs away and he's like, "Whoa, this bitch is deaf." And I felt so guilty for pretending to be deaf, but it was really effective, and I would have pulled it off if I hadn't have gone, "Who are you calling bitch?"